What's up guys, it's Jillian and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to help you achieve that hourglass body that you want in just 5 simple exercises. Obviously I recommend to use this in conjunction with my other videos that I have posted in my channel. You could just go and quickly access them right now if you would like. I have a motivational little quarantine video as well, and I also have a little promotional video from a high school fencing team. If you're interested and from my high school, please check that out as well. But before we get into this, I just want to make a quick disclaimer. This exercise, this little exercise routine that I have prepared for you will not ensure that you're going to get an hourglass body if you do not put in time every single day to really grind it out. Based on my experiences, if you want powerful glutes, you're going to have to push for it every single day. And I really do mean every single day. As a fencer, I think all fencers would agree that powerful glutes are easily achievable if you just maintain your consistency and if you just keep pushing for it every single day. And by every single day, I mean having a designated glute day, but also having other days where you just do less powerful or less difficult of glute exercises, but you're still doing them consistently. I recommend using my routine throughout your entire glute journey. However, I do recommend that you go extra ham on your glute day. And by extra ham, I mean doing this routine 3 times, going through the whole circuit 3 times, rather than just doing it once through. Once through, it will suffice on a normal day, but 3 times in conjunction with possibly other glute exercises will work for a glute day. I'm going to be going over 5 simple exercises that you won't need weights for. They're just going to be fire hydrants, donkey kicks, modified hip bridges, I guess you can call them, Bulgarian split squats, and hip lifts. Disclaimer for this video, you're going to need a chair or an elevated surface just to make this easier for the Bulgarian squats, as well as the lifts. You're going to be needing a chair or an elevated surface so that you can balance your other leg, the hind leg, or balance your arms with. So hopefully you can find something that's of adequate size. Now, before we get into this video, I'm going to tell you that I prefer if you guys do around 15 to 20 of each exercise, and by that I mean 15 to 20 reps for each specific exercise that I'm going to show you guys. That way that you will feel a definite burn in your glutes so you can achieve that hourglass body of yours. Now let's get into it. So the first exercise of the day is going to be a Bulgarian split squat. And it's essentially the same as a typical normal split squat, except your hind leg will be on the elevated surface. In my case, it's going to be a chair. And you're going to be putting your front leg in front of you and dipping down that way. However, unlike a normal split squat, it's going to be more of a burn in your glute and in your hamstring rather than just your hamstring and your quad. So this will be a great exercise in sculpting your muscles. So hopefully you'll have fun with this one. It's a tough one, but I think you can do it. For the Bulgarian split squats, you want to dip down low, and I'm doing this on my left leg right now. But you want to dip down low and really push upward so you'll feel the burn. And likewise, you want to do that for your other leg. I didn't angle myself very well for this one, so you can see I'm slightly tilted. But you want to make sure you're at a perfectly 90-degree angle and really dipping down. The next exercise I'm going to demonstrate is called a hip lift. And basically, all you're going to do is put your hands on that elevated surface, the same elevated surface you had before. You're going to dip down and dip upwards. But at the same time, you're going to want to lift your hips so that you will feel the burn in your glute, and it should be similar to that of the exercise beforehand. However, I want you to extend the other leg so that you will feel more of the pressure on one glute than the other. So when you put your full body weight, you really push that glute as hard as you can. I recommend you guys doing 15 to 20, just like the other ones, just like the exercise before and the exercises that I will show you later. But just be prepared, this is gonna hurt. For lifts, you really wanna extend your opposite leg and lift up and push off as much as possible. It's okay to dip down using your triceps. You will feel a slight tricep burn if you do it a lot, but it's gonna help you really push upwards. And yes, do the same for the other leg as well. So for this third exercise, you will not need this elevated surface anymore, but I recommend you guys pulling over a yoga mat or anything that is nice and plush so you can do your workouts on. I will be demonstrating how to do fire hydrants, and basically for fire hydrants, all you need to do is get down on all fours, lift the side of your hip up and down so that you're moving your knee sideways rather than back or forward. So it's essentially opening the gate and closing the gate, but on all fours. Guys, you'll be feeling the burn in the side of your glute, so you get those nice rounded hips. And this one burns, but definitely not as much as the hip lifts do. Just like the others, push through it. I know you can do it. For this exercise, you're going to really want to push upwards with the side of your glute. And you're going to try to go as far as you can, which usually implies a 90-degree angle. It's going to feel a little tiring, it's going to feel a little sore, but you're going to get the results you want. And yes, you're going to do that on the other side as well. Just lift with the side of your knee, and you should be fine. So after that, we have donkey kicks, and donkey kicks are essentially fire hydrants except the other way, if that makes sense. Instead of kicking to the side, you're going to be kicking back, and your foot is going to be like all the way towards the ceiling, I guess. You're going to kick your legs back, and you'll see what I mean. But when you're doing so, I want you to really push for it, push as hard as you can with acceleration if possible. Just push for it. You'll feel the burn on the lower part of your glute, and this one burns, but just like the fire hydrants, not so much. So I know you guys can do this one pretty well. You're going to want to do the same with the donkey kicks. Kick back as much as you can and try to attain that 90-degree of flexion, and you should be fine. So this last exercise I actually got from NCT's Lucas, if you know him from K-pop. I listen to K-pop. You also might know him from Wavy and Super M, other K-pop groups as well. This is an exercise that I've seen him do in one of his variety shows, or I remember it was either one of his interviews or one of his group videos, and I will post a link down below so you understand what I'm talking about and you can see how they work out. But this one is called a modified hip bridge. All you gotta do is bow your feet together so that your feet are facing each other, kind of like you're in a butterfly position, except you're gonna lean back on the ground with your back flat, and you're gonna lift your hips up and down, and you should feel this towards the inner part of your glute so you get that nice burn. For this exercise, you're going to want to lift with the insides of your glutes. So butterfly position, and then you're just going to want to push upwards as much as you can, as far as you can. Kind of like a hip bridge, but with a butterfly. these 5 exercises should work out all aspects of your glutes. It should give you a nice rounded feeling so you're not just focusing on the upper part or lower part or just the sides of your glutes. This is a great way to start your glute journey, and like I said before, work on it consistently every single day. Just really push for it and you should be fine. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week with an inner thigh video so I can teach you guys how to tone. Thank you.